She was texting you every day. Long messages. Fast replies. Real energy. Then suddenly silence. No explanation. No closure. Just nothing. And that silence hits harder than any rejection ever could. Most men think women stop texting because they found someone else. Sometimes that is true. But most of the time it is much deeper. It is psychological. It is emotional. And if you do not understand it, you will repeat the same pattern again and again with different women. The truth is simple but uncomfortable. Women do not disappear randomly. They disconnect when something inside them shuts down. And once that switch flips, words cannot turn it back on. The first reason women stop texting back is emotional imbalance. At the beginning, attraction feels exciting. There is tension. There is curiosity. There is mystery. But when a man becomes too available too fast, that balance collapses. When replies come instantly every time. When conversations have no pause. When she feels like she is the center of your day. Her nervous system relaxes too much. Desire fades in comfort. Attraction needs a little uncertainty to breathe. Women are emotionally wired to respond to contrast. Not chaos. Not games. But contrast. When everything is predictable, the emotional spark weakens. Silence begins not because she hates you, but because her feelings stopped rising. The second reason is validation overload. Many men believe compliments build attraction. In reality, too much validation kills it. When a woman feels admired before she has earned emotional investment, she unconsciously loses respect. Her brain no longer sees challenge. It sees approval without effort. Psychology shows that humans value what feels scarce and earned. When admiration is constant and unconditional, it loses power. She starts pulling back not to punish you, but because her interest no longer feels stimulated. The third reason is lack of masculine direction. Women crave emotional safety, not emotional dependence. When conversations drift without purpose. When a man reacts instead of leads. When there is no forward movement. No plans. No decisiveness. Her attraction slowly dissolves. Texting is not meant to replace real connection. It is meant to support it. When texting becomes endless talk with no direction, her mind disconnects. She stops replying because subconsciously she feels nothing is going anywhere. The fourth reason is emotional pressure. Many men do not realize they are applying it. But women feel it instantly. Pressure shows up as neediness disguised as interest. Over-explaining. Seeking reassurance. Asking why she did not reply sooner. Asking if something is wrong. The female brain associates emotional pressure with loss of freedom. When she senses that your emotional state depends on her responses, her instinct is to retreat. Silence becomes her escape. Not because she is cruel, but because she is protecting her emotional space. The fifth reason is loss of polarity. Attraction thrives on polarity. Masculine presence and feminine response. When a man becomes emotionally reactive, overly expressive, or seeks constant emotional processing through text, polarity fades. Women are attracted to emotional strength. Calm. Grounded presence. Not emotional suppression, but emotional control. When she senses emotional instability or over-attachment, her attraction shifts into discomfort. She does not argue. She withdraws. The sixth reason is subconscious testing. This one hurts the ego. But it matters. Sometimes women stop texting to observe your reaction. Not consciously, but instinctively. They want to see if you panic, if you chase, if you double text, if you lose frame. What you do in silence reveals more about your confidence than anything you ever said. Men who hold composure increase attraction. Men who chase confirm weakness. And once weakness is confirmed, attraction rarely returns. The seventh reason is misalignment of values and pace. Sometimes everything feels right on the surface. But underneath, emotional rhythms do not match. You may want closeness faster. She may move slower. Or your communication styles differ deeply. Instead of explaining this, many women choose silence. Not because they are heartless, but because emotional confrontation feels exhausting. Silence becomes the easiest exit. Now here is the truth most men never hear. When a woman stops texting, your response determines everything. Not her silence. Your reaction. If you chase, you confirm insecurity. If you confront emotionally, you create pressure. If you send paragraphs explaining your feelings, you lower attraction further. Strength shows in stillness. Emotional discipline speaks louder than words. When you remain calm, grounded, and focused on your own life, you send a powerful signal. You are not dependent. You are not shaken. You are centered. This does not mean ignoring emotions. It means mastering them. High-value men do not beg for attention. They build lives that attract attention naturally. Purpose. Fitness. Discipline. Direction. These things create gravity. Women feel it even through silence. Texting is only a reflection. Attraction is built elsewhere. In how you live. How you think. How you carry yourself when no one is watching. If a woman stops texting and never returns, accept it with dignity. Not bitterness. Not resentment. Acceptance is strength. It keeps your self-respect intact. Every interaction is feedback. Not a judgment of your worth, but information for growth. When you learn emotional control. When you lead instead of reacting. When you value your time. When you stop seeking validation and start building purpose. Women feel the shift. They feel it in your tone. In your absence. In your presence. The goal is not to keep every woman texting. The goal is to become the man women do not forget. Silence does not mean failure. It means refinement. You do not need to be louder. You need to be stronger. And strength always speaks without words.